So, you probably had a great experience when you purchased your M1 Mac Mini. I, on the other hand, didn't. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Chris Lee back with another United Destiny Entertainment video. Hey, check this out. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get more videos like this in the future. All right, what's up, guys? Chris Lee back with another video. As you can tell, if you obviously can hear me, I'm obviously under the weather. I've been sick. I've been trying to overcome this pneumonia-like, flu-like, COVID-like, whatever type symptoms or whatever. And I've just been really trying to get myself back to normal. I've been losing my voice. This is the best my voice has been sounding in the past 2 weeks. So I'm really trying to get that under wraps. But this video is more so about my experience with the M1 Mac Mini. I don't want to make this video long, but I definitely want to give you guys some real stuff that's been happening in this process. So with that being said, right off the bat, guys, I'm going to tell you straight up, first and foremost, this is not clickbait. This is a real legitimate video. I'm going to tell you right out the bat so you don't have to wait to the end of the video that customer service has not been good with Apple. M1 Mac Mini has not been good. It has not been performing like it's supposed to. All the amazing speeds everybody been talking about exporting inside of Final Cut Pro and things like that just has not been happening for me performance-wise. And I'm a little bit frustrated about it. So I'm just going to tell you guys a little couple things right off the bat that happened. I purchased my M1 Mac Mini with the mouse, with the keyboard, etc. And I can tell you right out the bat, it took like 2 weeks for me to get my M1 Mac Mini. Mine was defective right out the box. When I got my M1 Mac Mini, as soon as I plugged it up, it was making this beeping noise and not performing like it was supposed to. I figured that, hey, since I hadn't messed with a M1 Mac Mini before, that maybe that this was normal or something like that. It definitely wasn't normal. I reached out to a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of content creators, pro content creators who owns the same one that I have. And I said, hey, are you guys having this issue? Or, is this normal? Is it not normal? I'm not really sure what to expect because I don't own one. Those guys said that they weren't having those issues and that if I was having those issues, that I probably got a defective one, right? So me being a tech guy myself, you guys know that I build computers, I build PCs. I used to take apart Macs and, add memory, hard drives, all that type of stuff. I know how to troubleshoot things and, just do a lot of stuff with computers. Well, I decided to go ahead and contact Apple support, tech support, and try to get some help to get this squared away. And guys, it was a process. That's all I can tell you. It was a process. So we went through trying to basically first aid the drive and then reinstall the OS to see if it will fix the issue. It didn't fix the issue. So I finally got frustrated because I figured I had already waited 2 weeks to get it and it already came with issues and I didn't expect that. So I decided to go ahead and send it back. Once I decided to send it back, a representative told me that no worries. You can go ahead and send it back and we'll go ahead and send you a replacement. And I'm like, cool, that sounds great. I love that. I really appreciate that. But then she told me I would have it expedited in the process. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, like I'm going to get my stuff in a couple days and I'm going to be super happy that I don't have to wait another 2 weeks or so to get it. That didn't happen either. It didn't happen. And I was a little bit frustrated about that, but I tried to be patient in the process because I know things can happen. With all the COVID stuff that's been going on and, people trying to recover from all that, I figured that maybe, it's just going to come in a little bit later. So I get on the website to check the website to see if the updates are going to tell me exactly when my product is getting there. They told me to return my product through FedEx. Okay. I went ahead and did that. The problem is on Apple's website, it didn't update when the product was actually shipped back to them. So when I tried to get on the website, it said that this product has been moved or something like that, or something about the tracking. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of strange. How am I supposed to basically track this product if it needs to be shipped back? Because I'm wondering when it's going to get shipped back so I can get mine finally shipped out to me, because they said I can't really get my replacement until they receive this one. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and go through that process. With that being said, on the website, I call in and I say, hey, well, something's going on. Your website is giving me inaccurate information, and I don't want to be responsible because the Mac Mini, to me right now, it's lost or it's not showing up in your system. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with it. So they went through the process of trying to figure out what happened to the Mac Mini. And they said, oh, well, there's just a glitch in our system. It's not showing up on the website, but FedEx tracking is actually tracking, and it shows that we received the product. So I'm like, great, awesome. Like, I'm about to get my expedited Mac Mini like ASAP. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I went ahead and waited in the process. And then when I waited a couple days in the process, I finally hit him up and I said, hey, well, you said that I would get expedited Mac Mini shipped to me once you received this one. So since you received it, the website still isn't giving me any updates that you guys received it. And I'm just wondering, did you actually receive it, or is there some issues that's going on or whatever? After that, they were like, oh yeah, we received it. You should be getting your Mac Mini sometime shortly. So the next representative was like, yeah, you should be receiving your Mac Mini today, actually. And I'm like, wait, today? So you already received my Mac Mini and I'm going to get my new replacement like today? It should be at my house today? And he said, yes, it should be at your house today. I know that the website is showing you something different, but don't worry about it. I'm able to track it. It should be at your house. I'm like, yes, I'm about to get my Mac Mini so I can be able to get back to work and do whatever I need to do. Guys, for whatever reason, again, that just did not happen. I don't know what it is, but that didn't happen. So I called back again to the next representative, and I think her name was Ashley or something like that. I let her know the situation, and she says, well, I'm not really sure why the first representative told you that it can be expedited, because they would have no way of doing that. And I'm like, okay, but that's what they told me, right? And then I said, well, what about the second representative? He told me that I should have my product by today, and that just did not happen. That's not the case. And she said, well, I don't know how he told you that, because there's absolutely nothing in the system showing that your product has even been shipped yet. It hasn't even been processed. And I'm like, okay, well, you're the third representative that I talked to, and I'm hearing 3 different stories. I'm kind of frustrated. I just want to get my money back at this point. Can I go ahead and get a refund, or can you tell me what's going on with my product? She told me to base it off the website, because the website was going to give me the most accurate information. I said, okay, cool. I guess, you're telling me something different, but I guess you may know more than them, so I'm going to trust that. Guys, I checked on the website, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It actually told me that I was supposed to get my Mac Mini by September 3rd. Then I checked another update like 2 hours later, and it said September 3rd through the 8th. Then I called back again and I said, hey, what's going on? Like, it keeps pushing back the dates after you said it was going to be expedited. A lot of you are confused. You're giving me mixed answers and things like that. This is not about me being impatient or anything. Like, I just want to know where my product is. I paid for the mouse, the Mac Mini, the Logic Pro X, the Logic Pro, the 10 gigabyte. It cost me almost like $2,000. Like, where's my product? This is where I kind of got frustrated, because they were like, Christopher Lee, we would appreciate if you give us a chance to do our job and get you the product. I'm like, I'm trying to, but you're giving me a lot of mixed answers, and it's very unprofessional. You took all this money from me, and then you send me a defective product. I send it back, and then you tell me you're going to send me an expedited product, and I never got that one right on time, or the time frame that you said you were going to give it to me. What am I supposed to do? I'm just trying to get some accurate updates so I can track where my product is in general, so I can know where it's at. And once I got off the phone with that representative, this is where I was really, really upset, because I found another update on on the Apple website that said now it's going to be shipped between September 9th and September 13th. Now I'm really hot. I'm pissed off. I just want to get my money back. I don't even want to deal with the product in general, and I'm just over it. So I'll call back one more time to figure out what's going on. And right when I call them and get on the phone with them, I get a notification from my Ring system at my house, and it's a package at the door. And long and behold, it's my Mac Mini. It's my Mac Mini on September 8th, not 9th through the 13th. So the website still wasn't accurate, and that's what makes it very frustrating for me. The second time that I get my replacement, this one here, I plug it up. There's no beeping noise. I'm thinking, hey, this thing works. I'm about to have a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm setting it up. I'm doing whatever I need to do. I'm ready to go. I set this thing up, and then, I wanted to bring you guys more Logic Pro tutorials like I did in the past. That was my reason for even buying this in the first place. I open up Logic Pro X, and the first thing that I get is Logic Pro X quit unexpectedly. And I'm like, what the hell? Maybe it's just a glitch. So let me make sure everything is updated to the latest so I'm not having these issues. Close Logic Pro, open it again, same thing happens again. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it happened, right? So I'll start to say, okay, forget it. Let me open it up one more time. Let me just restart it, open it up one more time. And I did. Then the error stopped happening. But I noticed that when I look at my Logic Pro, that a lot of my sounds are missing. I don't know if that's typical. Leave me some comments down below and let me know. But a lot of my sounds were missing in general. And I'm like, where are all my sound packs? You know, my pianos, a lot of the things that's supposed to be there wasn't there. So I had to reinstall all that stuff again to actually be able to have access to it. I don't know if that's normal, but that was a little bit frustrating because I started to try to produce some things and I was having missing files. And I'm like, man, this is not how I've always experienced Logic Pro in general. In the past, I wondered if something changed. So I kind of blew it off. After blowing it off, guys, I decided that I was going to install OBS because you guys know I make a lot of tutorials and videos for you guys. I installed OBS, and while installing OBS, everything seemed to work fine until I started to hit the record button on OBS, and all of a sudden I'm getting like these blocky glitches that's going on while I'm trying to shoot the video. I'm like, this is a powerful computer. I adjusted my settings the proper way because I know how to use OBS, and I'm like, this computer should be just shooting OBS videos with no issues. I shouldn't be having anything with playback engine issues or glitching or any of that. This is a M1. This is a new chip. This is the new thing on the market that everybody's talking about. It should work flawlessly, right? That did not happen. When I opened up Final Cut Pro to start to edit the video, that one OBS video, as soon as I hit the space bar, for whatever reason, I get the loading beach ball. And this happened time and time and time and time again to where I had to force quit every single time to try to reopen it to try to see if it was going to work again. I even made a video on the Mac Mini to prove that this was happening, okay? For whatever reason, that happened multiple times to where I just had to restart the computer. I left it alone, and then when I opened it again, everything started to play. I'm like, okay, well, maybe that was just like some type of issue or glitch or whatever. It's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. I imported a 9-minute video with no color grade, no text, no any of that. And that video, just to test it out to see how fast the render speed was, that video exported at 16 minutes. And guys, I was furious. And the reason why I was furious, because I'm like, this is a simple OBS video. No color grade, no text, no none of that. Everybody on YouTube is talking about how fast this computer is and how fast it export. Why the hell is my machine exporting at 16 minutes? I was beyond furious. So what I did was I got on the internet and I talked to a lot of popular YouTubers, content creators who own the same machine once again. And I said, hey, you own the same machine that I have. How is it that you're exporting a 15-minute video with a bunch of color grading and text and all this other stuff in 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and mine is exporting in 16 minutes and it's only a 9-minute video? So at that point, guys, I just came to the conclusion that there has to be something wrong with this Mac. My frustration is I took it to the Apple store. When I took it to the Apple store, they said that they ran a test on this thing and it passed everything as far as the hardware. So it's probably a software issue, but they gave me no solution to fix it. They just said, you know what? I believe that this is probably happening. We just don't know what the cause is. For the money that I paid for this, I expect you to know something. And they just didn't. And plus, giving me the whole runaround was extremely unprofessional and kind of shady on their part. Now, I'm not here to bash Apple. I'm here to be 100 with you guys and transparent. You guys know that I put you on game with a lot of stuff. I recommend a lot of stuff, a lot of companies and products. But when companies aren't legit or when they don't take care of their customers, I get upset. I feel like I wasn't taken care of in this process. So now what I did was I just ordered another M1 Mac Mini again. This time, so I want to make sure that I'm not getting the same one. I'm just going to return this one, and I ordered a second one, hoping that the performance is going to be better. Somebody had brought up on YouTube that they believe that maybe I just sent this back to Apple. They cleared it to say, hey, everything's good, it's fine, and they just sent me back the same one. I kind of believe that happened too, and I'm pretty upset about that. Now, that's all speculation, but If the performance is still the same, then something is not right. So I know that this one I'm not a fan of in general. So that's why I bought another one. But I shouldn't have to, right? So now I'm just going to send this thing back. Hopefully when I get the other one in the next 2 weeks, because it don't come fast, I'm going to tell you what the performance is like. You know, when I started making some beats in Logic, it was fine. It seemed fine, you know, as far as like the productivity. But then I kept getting those Logic quit unexpectedly, and then the glitching, and then the videos exporting very slowly. That comes off to me like a memory issue or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, guys, this is not a video to bash Apple. This is a video to be 100 with you guys and be real. The customer service has been poor. It has been inaccurate. It has not been helpful at all. And it's just frustrating taking it into the store, sending it back, you know, doing that multiple times. I'm just over it right now. So I'm going to give them one more shot to get this right. And if not, then you guys are definitely going to hear about it. But I just wanted you guys to know the truth. And guys, if this has been your experience, please let me know in the comment section below. I know a lot of you guys are going to feel like this is an Apple hate video or Mac hate video. Guys, I've been working with Mac and PCs for the past decade or so faithfully, so I don't want to hear that BS. I do a lot of tutorials on PCs, Macs. I know all the pros and the cons about PCs and the Macs. I don't believe that one is greater than the other. I believe that you just have to make it work for you in general, period, point blank. So if you want to give me hate, give me a thumbs down, whatever you want to put. But guys, for anybody who want to know the truth, that's been my experience, and hopefully it's going to change after I get this other M1 Mac Mini. And I would love to update you guys and say that everything has been working flawlessly and perfectly like I see in everybody else's videos. So with that being said, as always, stay tuned for the next video.
I'ma try to do this right.